Have you ever been trapped somewhere, shoulder to shoulder with strangers, no escape, no fresh air, and then one person decides the rules don't apply to them? Because when this guy vaped 6 inches from my face on a packed commuter train, I didn't yell. I didn't complain. I did something far more memorable. If you've ever felt powerless in public, if you've ever wanted to serve justice without saying a single word, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and buckle up, because this is one of those revenge stories that's quiet, instant, and brutally satisfying. It was one of those evenings. The kind where your body is running on fumes, your feet ache, and your brain is already halfway home, even though you're still very much stuck in public transport hell. Rush hour. The train platform was overflowing. People packed together with the shared understanding that we were all miserable. But at least we were miserable together. When the doors finally slid open, everyone surged forward like a slow-moving wave. No pushing, no talking. Just tired people squeezing in wherever there was space. I ended up standing, one hand gripping my bag, the other wrapped tightly around the overhead rail. We were packed in like sardines. Shoulders touching, elbows brushing. Someone's backpack pressed uncomfortably into my ribs. The air inside the carriage was warm, stale, a mix of perfume, sweat, fabric softener, and exhaustion, but still, it was manageable. Until him. The guy standing directly in front of me looked like the type who thought rules were more like suggestions. Late 20s, maybe early 30s. Baseball cap worn indoors, earbuds in, slightly slouched posture. The kind of casual entitlement you can feel before you even see it. At first, I didn't think much of him. Until I saw his hand move, slow, sneaky. He reached down into his jacket pocket and pulled out a vape. Now, let me be clear, vaping and smoking are strictly banned on trains. Big signs. Clear announcements. Everyone knows this. Especially commuters. He glanced around, like a kid checking if the teacher was watching. Then he raised the vape to his mouth and took a quick puff. Not a big cloud. Not dramatic. Just enough to think he could get away with it. And then he shoved it back into his pocket like nothing happened. Except it did happen, because he exhaled, and that exhale drifted directly into my face, 6 inches away. The smell hit me instantly, artificial, sickly sweet, strawberry, or some lab-created nightmare pretending to be fruit. It didn't smell like fresh air. It smelled like chemicals dressed up as candy. My chest tightened, my throat reacted before my brain even caught up. That scent flipped a switch in my body. A deep, uncontrollable cough reflex surged up from my lungs. Now normally, instinct would kick in. I'd let go of the rail, turn my head, cover my mouth. That's basic human decency. But in that split second, something else took over. Because this guy didn't care about decency. He didn't care about rules, or shared space, or the fact that we were all trapped together. He cared about himself. And suddenly, I cared too. I felt the cough building, burning, demanding release. And I made a choice. I didn't move my hands. I didn't turn away. I didn't cover my mouth. Instead, I leaned slightly forward, and I coughed, once, hard, right at his face. The sound was loud in the quiet carriage, a dry, chest-deep cough that echoed just enough to turn heads. His shoulders stiffened. Before he could react, I coughed again. And again. Not fake, not forced. These were real, full-body coughs triggered by that chemical stench, each one landing straight on him from point-blank range. I could see him tense. Feel him freeze. He turned his head slightly, eyes wide with confusion and horror. People around us started to notice. A woman to my left leaned back instinctively. Someone behind me shifted uncomfortably. The guy in front of me finally turned fully around. Our eyes met, and for the first time, he looked genuinely uncomfortable, embarrassed, maybe even a little scared. I stopped coughing. The silence afterward was heavy, thick. He opened his mouth like he wanted to say something. Then he seemed to think better of it. Because what could he say? Hey, why did you cough on me after I illegally vaped in a sealed metal tube full of strangers? Instead, he turned back around, slowly, awkwardly, and didn't move for the rest of the ride. No vape, no attitude, just rigid stillness. The air smelled normal again. And for the first time since boarding, I took a deep, clean breath. Inside something unclenched. Not joy, not cruelty, relief. That quiet, satisfying feeling when balance is restored. The best part. I didn't yell. I didn't insult him. I didn't escalate. I let natural consequences do the talking. He broke the rules and invaded shared space. And in return, he got a visceral reminder that actions ripple outward. His body language said it all. The confidence was gone. The smugness evaporated. He spent the rest of the journey staring straight ahead, jaw tight, shoulders stiff, counting the seconds until his stop. When the doors finally opened and he stepped off, he didn't look back. Not once. And I knew he'd think twice next time. I'm not proud of coughing on someone, but I am proud of standing up, quietly, for shared respect. Because sometimes, karma doesn't need a grand plan. Sometimes, it just needs timing. If this story made you smirk even a little, smash that like button. Subscribe for more real, life revenge stories that hit just right. And tell me in the comments, what's the most instant karma you've ever witnessed in public? Trust me, I'm reading every one.